What up guys, the Delta016 here with the next episode in the third series of the Connects Armoury. Now I'm doing this and I haven't even got the DLC that it's part of. This is the, I think in game it's called the C96 Mauser prototype, but in reality it was the C96 Mauser. The C96 was a handgun. I don't know if you can see this because this is quite big for a handgun. This is about the size of the E11, but there's so much that goes into this that it does actually kind of make it bigger, and I'm also limited by what I can do with Connects, so I can't give you the diesel punk, steampunk, whatever it's called, additions that you see on, say, my different usernames. Obviously I've given you the bigger barrel, the larger magazine. The bolt works as usual, it slides back. The handy thing is when you're firing it, if you do it in the right way, the thing flies out, and obviously if you do it correct again, it will fly forward. So you can have a, oh no, it's obviously not doing it, it's getting camera shy. But if you do it in the right way, it does fly backwards and forwards as if it's firing. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, there's the sights, they're very low. I did have just like a couple of pictures of this to go on, and if I can see it, sorry about my odd camera angles, I had this to go on. This was an old toy, batteries are dead now. This is the DL44, I think it was, out of Star Wars. This was released along with Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Not a bad film. Why everyone gives it, slagging because it was a bad film, it was a good film. Jar Jar was a good character. Stop fucking picking on him, for God's sake. But as you can see, it's a little bit smaller than the CXS, but you can see some of the points on it, like where the magazine is, just in front of the trigger, it's right there. The curved back, which I've done as best I can right there, and just a couple other features, as well as going on the pictures from Black Ops 2. Now there is an attachment for this, and it's obviously the Pack-a-Punch one. So we cut from this one, and here is the attachment for the CXS. Now obviously, like I said, I don't have the DLC for it. The DLC for Black Ops 2 that this is featured in comes out on PlayStation 3 on September 26th, which at the moment, I'm filming this September 14th. I don't know if that's actually, well, by the time you're watching this, it's probably September 16th. So we got another 10 days, if that's the case. But from watching videos, when it's Pack-a-Punched, it becomes the Broomhilda, I think it is. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll just put it in the description, or I'll put an annotation saying what it is. But when it's Pack-a-Punched, it adds on this scope, which makes it look like Han Solo's blaster from Star Wars, the original trilogy. So a couple of people have actually called it Han Solo's blaster. The magazine's increased. I don't know how many rounds exactly it's increased to. It fires rounds that are similar to the ray gun Mark II. By the way, I've been asked this already because I was talking to someone about this. I may make the ray gun Mark II. It could be the first wonder weapon from Call of Duty Zombies that I make. It might not, I don't know. As of yet, I've got to do, experiments. As I've said before, most of these weapons are experiments. They're, I'm just putting these together, basically from the bits that I have and from what I can do. This was an experiment. This took 2 attempts. I made the weapon twice before I finalized it on this. So yeah, they are just pretty much experiments. I could not find a way of having a removable magazine. It would be a good idea. It would be nice to be able to do that, but you know, I have limitations. You know, Lego virtually has no limitations. You can make a weapon look exactly like it in Lego. In Connects, you only have a certain number of weapons. For example, with me, the MP40 and the MP7 look pretty much like their real-life counterparts when they're made out of Lego, out of Connects rather. So yeah, obviously, one thing I haven't said is that the CXS, or C96, I'm going to call it C96 rather, is actually the replacement for the Colt M1911 as the starting pistol for Origins. Honestly, it does make a little bit more sense to me now that I think about it, because the C96 was all over the battlefields of World War One. It was a handgun, it was semi-automatic, but it did have a fully automatic fire mode where the magazine was increased, stock was put on it, the barrel was made longer, there was a little forend like you get on, say, the Thompson or whatever. But the vast majority of C96s in World War One was semi-automatic because it was like an officer's pistol, and it also served alongside the Luger that we all know and some of us love. One person did actually say to me that the C96 replaced the Colt 45, the M1911, because it was more historically accurate. And basically he just showed his stupidity, because look in the name, the gun is called the M1911, and World War One took place between 1914 and 1918. The Colt had entered service before the war, and when the Americans came over, they brought the Colt with them. So, you know, the Colt would have been used if they hadn't considered the C96, but the C96 does give it more of the World War One feel, as does the MG08. By the way, do not ask me to make the MG08. I'm sure my different username's been asked, and I don't want to make him sound like he's a Superman. I mean, he's amazing with Lego, but he's going to have an easier task, I reckon, of making the MG08 than I am, because that's as thick as a barrel can be. If I try to make it any thicker, it just honestly looks a bit daft. So I doubt I will make the MG08 or a minigun or any kind of big machine gun like a Barrett 50 cal. Not Barrett 50 cal, sorry. The M2 50 caliber machine gun. Barrett 50 cal I probably could make, because I've made the XPR 50 and that's fairly similar. Anyway, I don't actually have a plan for what weapons will be done for Series 3, so because this isn't like Series 2 where it's all Black Ops 2. This is going back to what it was with Series 1, where it's just a mix of weapons. If I see one that I like, I make it, and if I make it good, then I will film it. Right now, I have actually been looking through books for guns that I haven't done, and looking through video games at what guns I can make, and yeah. So, thanks for watching. This has been the C96 Mauser, found in the Black Ops 2 Zombies map Origins. Obviously on Xbox it's out already. On PlayStation 3 we get it on 26th of September. That will be the last DLC for Black Ops 2. And then we have a wait until the 5th of November to get Call of Duty Ghosts. And I cannot wait. All of you who are still slagging off Call of Duty, shut the fuck up. Do not watch anything to do with Call of Duty if you're going to slag it. Don't play the game, no one's forcing you. Just go back to your usual stuff and just leave Call of Duty alone. So with that moan over, this has been the Delta 016. Keep your head on the swivel.